Hi there, everybody. This is Forrest, the writer, producer, and director of the hit single known as I Shave for 3 Minutes. Today, we're going to be doing a little bit of commentary, talking about the origin of the story and the way that this whole debacle came to be. Now, I got the idea for shaving for 3 minutes when I was in the bathroom. And just so happened I had touched my cheek gently, and I felt that the hair that was on my cheek was a tad longer than I would actually have liked it to be. So then I thought to myself, today might be a good day to shave. And so that's really where the inspiration for this masterpiece came along. It really truly is from the great help of the shaving company known as Vanderhagen, the manufacturers of safety razors and their double-sided blades. Huge credit to them. One thing you notice as we start into the video is if you look at my hair, you'll notice that it is blonde color. And surprisingly, that's because it is neither black nor brown. Usually it's because of genetics, and I find that to be a coincidence because that is in fact why my hair is blonde, believe it or not. Interesting fact, nonetheless. Now, as you see, as I rubbed the whipped cream on my face, not the whipped cream, shaving cream. If it were whipped cream, this would have been I eat my face for 3 minutes, am I right? Huh. But anywho, so I rubbed the shaving cream on my face. It's Barbasol aloe infused, I believe. We discussed possibly doing the Gillette Pro Glide, but we had the Barbasol on hand, and honestly, I think it has a much nicer smell. And I think the consistency of it lends itself to a much more refreshing appeal on the camera. Because you know what they say, the camera adds 10 ounces of whipped cream shaving cream to the face. I'm just going to confirm this for you now. Any suspicions of me eating shaving cream thinking it's whipping cream, you can go ahead and think that, because yeah, it happened at least once before. And now as you see, when I start doing my little strokes with the razor blade, you'll see that I'm going up and down. And that's because when you shave, you go with the grain. You don't want to go left and right. Your hair doesn't grow that direction. At least mine doesn't. And I took a whole lot of consideration into this technique. It actually took me 3 days to perfect, believe it or not. Some consider me a method actor because of this. And then if you look in the background, you see that there's a blue loofah in the shower. It actually took us 3 months to get a hold of the agent for the blue loofah, even though he's an extra. I guess back in his home country, he is a very well-known actor. Apparently very well-renowned in the dramatic roles. Now, the blue t-shirt that you see me wearing here, it's actually a very strong metaphor. And it is supposed to send the message that even though whipped cream is easily spread around, you are the rock that is steady ever so much as the blade slices through. That's actually a quote from Shakespeare, if you go ahead and look that up. Go ahead and take your time doing that. That might take you a while, but believe me, it's true. Now, when I first told my own friends about creating this video, I got a lot of backlash because people were asking me, why the hell would you do something like this? Well, I said in return, I said, history happened just because it did. And if you don't just have history happen, then the history doesn't happen. Because if you don't do the history is not done. I think that's pretty easy to understand. I mean, just look at the history that's happened because it was done. And if it weren't done, it wouldn't have did that. Like, come on, people. Christ's sake. I've also had the question asked to me, Forrest, do you have any regrets having created something so powerful and controversial? And in response to a question such as that, all I have to say is no. Funny story, actually, when it came to creating the soundtrack. The Fray was actually offering to do a special rendition of How to Save a Life for the end credits. It was going to go something like How to Shave a Life. And I thought that was pure lyrical genius, honestly. But it turns out that their record label didn't want something like that to be attached to their image. It was actually a fair bit of controversy between the Fray and the label at that point. It was kind of brushed under the rug. Not only that, the entire song actually ran 20 minutes longer than the entire film. And being that I did the entire piece by myself, it really wouldn't work into any sort of credits scene, which, as you probably noticed, doesn't even exist. But yeah, interesting.